right, we've made it to our open-ended problem in our 8th grade math PSSA practice test. This is a four-parter. It's a doozy, so let's just get right into it. A quiz competition was held for grade 7 and grade 8 students. In the first round, each of the 150 contestants was given a quiz. Contestants advanced to the second round if they answered enough questions correctly. Makes sense. The tables below show some information about the 150 contestants in the competition, as well as some information about the grade 8 students who competed. So let's take a look at these tables. This top table is everybody, all 150 kids. You've got 7th graders, you've got 8th graders. According to this, you have people who advanced and people who didn't. So 44 7th graders advanced to the second round. Also, 44 8th graders advanced to the second round. Now, of the 7th graders, 33 of them did not advance to the second round, and 29 8th graders did not advance to the second round. Now, this table is 8th grade only. So you have it split up as male and female, and the kids that advanced to the second round and the kids that didn't. So we already know that this is 8th grade. There were 20 males and 24 females who did advance to the second round, which checks out because 20 plus 24 is 44. That makes sense. Now, 8th grade, we know 29 kids did not advance to the second round. We don't know how many males there were, but we do know that there were 12 females. So common sense tells us, all right, well, if 29 kids in 8th grade did not make it to the second round, and I don't know the males, but I do know that the females are 12, all I'm going to do is do 29 minus the 12 females, and that gives me the number of males who did not advance to the second round. So 29 minus 12 is 17. So we will say 17 male students. Now again, if you look at it, it's not asking us to show our work. It's not asking us to explain anything. They just want the answer here. So make sure you just say 17. All right, part B. A grade 8 female student who competed is randomly selected. All right, grade 8 female student. So that would be any of you. So could be you or you. So we don't know anything about right now, as of now, if they advanced or didn't advance, but it's asking what is the probability that the randomly selected student advanced to the second round. All right, 8th grade female student. The total amount of 8th grade female students would be the ones who advanced and the ones who didn't advance, add them together. 24 plus 12 is going to be 36. Now, the probability that out of those 36 students, they did advance is going to be that 24. So 24 out of 36 is the number of females who advanced over the total number of females. Now, I'm not sure if the people grading the PSSAs would be too happy with that because I noticed that both of these are divisible by 12 and you can simplify the fraction. So you divide the numerator and the denominator by 12. 24 divided by 12 is 2. 36 divided by 12 is 3. The probability is going to be 2/3. You don't need to show work. You don't need to explain anything. You just need to show 2/3, and maybe you can get away with saying 24 over 36, but I don't like that. I don't. All right. Same exact information is being used. One of the 150 students who competed is randomly selected. One of the 150 who competed is randomly selected. Explain why the randomly selected student most likely advanced to the second round. Most likely. Okay, so let's look at the original chart for the 150 kids. If you look at the kids who advanced to the second round, 44 of them were 7th grade, 44 of them were 8th grade, giving us a total of 88. So the kids who advanced to the second round or 88 out of a total of 150. Now, the kids that did not advance are going to be 33 plus 29. So the kids that did not advance, 33 plus 29 is going to be 62. 62 out of 150. So as you can see, there are a lot more kids who advanced than didn't advance. So why would a randomly selected student most likely advance to the second round? Well, we can simply answer like this, that the student most likely advanced to the second round because more than half of the students who completed advanced to the second round. So this guy, 88 out of 150, if you want to use a calculator just for fun, 88 out of 150 is 0.586 repeating. So we could just add, 0.67. Didn't mean to do that, but I did. Turning that into a percent is 58.67%. So we can say that the student will most likely advance because 58.67 students of the original 150 advanced. So, and if you want to be more specific, that's more than half. So chances are, if you select one person at random, you're more likely to be the kid that advanced. Not 100%, not even close, but it's more likely to happen that way. All right, part D. Explain why a grade 7 student is less likely to have advanced to the second round than a grade 8 student, even though the same number of grade 7 students advanced to the second round as grade 8 students. All right, this one's going to be a toughie. So you need to explain why a grade 7 student is less likely to have advanced to the second round. The numbers are very, very, very close together. But if I want to add up how many 7th grade students did this, you're going to do 44 plus 33, which is 77. So 77 out of 150. If you look at the 8th grade students that competed, okay, 44 plus 29 is going to be 73 out of 150. That's the 8th grade students. So even though the same number of grade 7 students that advanced to the second round as 8th grade students happen, a 7th grade student is less likely to advance to the second round than an 8th grade student because there are more 7th grade students who participated. Okay, so since and we could also word it like this. That more students did not advance to the second round in grade 7 than grade 8. So, or we could do this because the question is asking, well, no, I don't want to do it that way. I don't want to do it that way. Let's just say that. Let's just say there are more 7th grade students who participated. And there's a lot. There's a lot of ways that you can answer it. There really is. But the reality is, since there's more 7th grade students and you were to get rid of the kids that did advance, you have more kids in 7th grade that didn't. So there's your answer. 4-parter, kind of tricky. I didn't like the last one. I didn't like the last 2, to be honest, but we did it. And that's the end of practice test number 1. Like and subscribe.